underway now. President Trump will announce his nominee to be the next Supreme Court justice, but some college students are already, in fact, over the weekend, they were outraged about the person that the president picked. They couldn't believe it. The problem was there wasn't anyone picked yet.
What's your reaction to the justice that he nominated today?
I'm honestly not surprised by his choice, but that's just worse for us.
I just saw the pick and I was like, it's almost at a point where you kind of expect that it's not going to be what you want.
He's quite, extreme in his views, and I don't know if it would make the Supreme Court very even.
I see it all over the news that he's racist and
This new nominee is very racist, and I think it's starting a new wave of something very negative, and I'm really scared about what happens in the future and what choices he'll make.
And so what reaction have you seen on social media today after the news?
Oh, outrage, as it should be.
If this is just a reoccurring thing, he keeps doing this with different positions and just doing whatever he wants, abusing his power.
And do you feel like his pick is an abuse of power?
Basically, yeah.
His entire cabinet and everyone he's chosen has been the white supremacist Legion of Doom, and it's dangerous to everyone who looks like me.
And you feel like the Supreme Court nominee today kind of falls in that same line?
Of course. They should all wear white hoods and burn crosses at the Capitol, because that's exactly the move. That's what they're going for.
Oh, that's so bad. Here now, the man who did those interviews, Cabot Phillips, media director at campusreform.org. And this is NYU.
This is.
These are students at NYU?
Students. One member was actually a member of the faculty there. The woman who said she saw the outrage on social media. And
Unbelievable. And your opening line was, he picked his nominee. What do you think?
What do you think? What kind of reaction have you seen? And this is really what happens when you convince an entire segment of our society, in this case college students, that you have to hate President Trump. It's all they are inundated with in class from professors. It's what they see on social media. So this knee-jerk reaction is what happens. And beyond that, there's also a peer pressure that exists on college campuses where many students, they look at what happens to conservative students on campus. They see the violence against them, the threats, how they're ostracized, and they say, I'm just going to go along with the path of least resistance, which is to hate Trump.
But if you had shot this tomorrow after the pick, then you would say what you're saying, obviously, that there was groupthink because they don't even know this person yet. But what kills me is that they're lying. They're all lying. There is no pick. And so, A, they're not admitting that they don't know who the pick is. And B, they're adamant and arrogant about their stance on it. And they're completely ignorant. They have no idea that there's no pick.
And it's nothing new, this blind hatred. We covered at the Leadership Institute's Campus Forum last month. I was on, or just last year, I was on campus before the State of the Union address. 3 nights beforehand, I said, what do you think of the speech? And they said, it's the most racist speech I've ever heard. And then I told them, well, the State of the Union actually has not happened yet. And everyone said, oh, well, I knew that. I thought you were talking about a different speech. It's a pressure where people want to seem intelligent.
Unbelievable. Did anybody say, well, he hasn't picked anyone yet?
One student came out and said, I don't know too much about the justice, so I'm going to hold any judgment. It's probably the smartest answer that we got all day.
Great school. Unbelievable. All right. Thank you very much, Cabot.
Absolutely.
Good to see you. Quick break, and we'll be right back with more of the story after this.